From the station that's working for you, you're watching Fox 4 News at 9 a.m.
All right, thanks, guys. What are you doing to be sure your personal data is kept safe? We'll bet you're not doing as much as you could. Coming up next, steps on how to electronically secure your family's most important documents. Joe, thank you very much. Online privacy is no small issue nowadays, and in the recent months, we've seen how easy it can be for hackers to get a hold of our personal data, and that's why it's crucial for us to take advantage of new tools to secure our personal information and data. We have Annalea Scharack. She's Director in Compliance and Security at CoSentry's. And Anna, just recently, back on June 27th, Amazon.com's data center or cloud storage was knocked out by a powerful storm, and there are popular sites like Pinterest, Instagram, and Netflix that all went down. And you know, Anna, we've been hearing this word cloud come into our vocabulary over the last 6 months, year, what it is. Help us understand, what is a cloud? What is that? Right.
So a lot of people, they think the cloud, you know, just some invisible place of hyper storage, let's say. We can just throw things out there and they magically appear.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the cloud needs to reside somewhere. You know, from a security perspective, it does need to have a home, meaning it's usually in a data center, an actual facility, a physical facility. There's hardware components, there's connectivity, there's servers, there's all sorts of components that make up the cloud.
Is it generally a secure, is a cloud, can we consider a cloud to be a secure place to put our information?
It is secure if the data center that supports the cloud makes it secure. So all those components I just talked about, all those need to be secured and locked down from actually an availability standpoint, an access standpoint, and then a lot of restrictions need to be in place to house particular sensitive data that requires that security.
Now, what kind of information are companies, people with personal data, what are they putting up there in the cloud? And the second question would be, what should we put up there?
Well, companies use, they use the cloud because it's pretty quick. It's very business friendly when it comes to efficiency, turning up servers, setting data, you know, within the cloud. There's also different types of businesses that need to weigh that option because of the security options that the cloud may or may not have depending on what service provider you go to. Also with that, because of those different security requirements, it'll depend on the type of data that the companies have. So I've seen anywhere from companies that have highly sensitive information in a very secured cloud environment to companies that don't really have too much sensitive information. They just need something quick and fast, just to turn up real quick, which the cloud provides both, as long as that the security is.
This cloud, it sounds like a new technology. You know, for years we were told to back up our information, whether it be on a disk or a file or something that we can hold in our hands. Is this just another way to back up our personal information or a company's information in an area that is well, we don't keep it on hand, it's kind of up there in space?
Yes, it can be used from a backup standpoint, but also companies use it as production. So the real live, not just backup, but when you go out to sites and you're clicking on like a Netflix or any kind of medical applications that use the cloud, that's considered production. And companies are using that now too.
So something up there residing in the cloud that helps run the site that you're going to. If you're going to Netflix and you're looking for the latest episode of Backyardigans, it's going to, part of it will reside up there in the cloud and you'll be able to play it if everything is working, right?
Right.
Lastly here, before we're done here, what kind of information should we back up? I mean, what kind of information should we put up in the cloud? What types of documents, personal information, that type of thing? What do you suggest?
Well, before you decide what type of data to put out there, if you have sensitive data because it's something that you want to hold on to and you can't really get rid of, the number one key is to get rid of the data that you don't need. If you need it, you can put it out there, but look into all their security controls of whatever provider that you're using. So if they say that they're highly compliant against the regulatory entities like the HIPAA, for example, the medical data, or PCI, the cardholder data, or any kind of regulatory compliance entities like that, you should feel pretty safe that your data is safe as well.
All right. Well, appreciate you coming on this morning and helping us understand this new technology. Really appreciate it. And maybe you should consider it too. It's time for a break and we'll be right back.